Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Bravo, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on.
Well,
to
hello
main mission
everybody, it
objective.
is Sneaky Foxhound here, and wow, am I relieved. One, we've actually started to continue off where we left on the tanker, and just then, as I went to record, or started recording, as soon as I pressed my button to start recording, it went to a blue screen with my laptop, and oh. Yeah, I know these, but in case you don't know, I'll keep it.
Got your feet
Got
wet?
that.
These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing
Sure.
the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down
Never.
takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions.
Really?
The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're
No
underwater.
shit.
The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a
Well, I'm
single
sure I'll
deep
tell your
breath.
grandma.
Once the
And
O2
anyway,
gauge
so what I
falls
was
to
saying
zero,
is, oh by the way,
the
failing
life gauge
goggles
will
here,
start to
just
drop.
in case you don't
need
want to
to
pick
be
them up
aware
later.
of that.
Right. And anyway, it went to a blue screen, and then I thought I had a virus or something, which I never. But Norton, like my antivirus system, fixed it. Anyway, back to what we're doing, and no, don't jump in there. So we run normal on the plant now, with what looks like. Oh, by the way, if I'm on normal, if you're on easy, there is a tranquilizer right underneath there. What looks like to be a blonde person with like less muscular features than what the main hero Snake would be like, but we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. First of all, just getting the items in here to just start off. Just gonna get a couple of rations and then we're gonna head off. Right, so ration over there, ration in the lockers like you saw, just crawl into here and there will be a vent. Don't worry, we'll be taking this mask off, obviously. Yeah, so I've kind of fixed the some technical difficulties, like I've got everything set up, but I'm still annoyed. Do you hear that then?
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal. An arrangement
Well,
with
it
the
looks like the
terrorists.
Gorlukovich soldiers
They
are back
become
from
a
the
band of
tanker.
mercenaries, an army
I
without
didn't
a
look like he
country.
just came like home drunk. Like he just got up like, yo, what the fuck happened last night? I remember the hooker, then she stole my wallet. Never mind. So, like I was saying, I actually forgot. That's how.